Hey man, this is a reply to your video about having a cinematic style role-playing game. So from what I saw in your video, the biggest concern that you had was that players might lose their fear of death because they know they're too important to the story. Well, I would say that if the majority of the consequences for failure that players face is damage or death, that's really not a failing on their part. They need more interesting consequences for failure. I would say whenever possible, when a player takes an action, lay out for them the consequences. Tell them, if you do this, this is what will happen if you fail. And then they can take that action and you can attack whatever else they're interested in that world. Although I would prefer, in general, don't go after the player's concept. Don't humiliate a player who's very proud all the time. Don't make the thief not get to be a thief. So Misspent Youth is this great little game about teenage rebellion in a fucked up future. So you've got a clique of kids that are standing up to the authority that they as players created at the beginning of the game. Now, one of the great consequences of failure that was thrown into the book as an example was if a player is being very aggressive, make a conflict whereby if they lose, they physically kill the other person that they're up against. So why is that a good version of failure? Well, think about it. If you're a teenager and you just killed a high school bully in a fight, your parents are never going to look at you the same way, let alone your friends. Another favorite of mine is to ask the players how they failed, especially if it was a really spectacular fail, because they will usually describe something way worse than I ever had in mind, but because they described it, it is exactly in tune with their character concept. So my last point is that if you want a cinematic game, you should play a game that is cinematic. To me, a game where you crawl through dungeons and kill monsters and disarm traps doesn't make for a good movie. If you disagree with me, watch the first Dungeons & Dragons movie. Anyway, look forward to hearing what you have to say.